Hi, I'm Kate, and I am a grateful recovering compulsive overeater. And the question of is it healthy, or indeed the statement that's not healthy, is heard by GreySheeters around the world. One of the things that I have to say is I don't know if it's quote unquote healthy or not healthy, but I know that it's not healthy for me to eat sugars, grains, and starches. That when I do, I am 300 pounds. That when I do, all I eat are sugars, grains, and starches, and I know that that's not healthy. The truth is, I am sick with food, and I don't need to judge myself for that. And the other thing too is that I have never felt better. I have never looked better. I can run, I can jump, I have energy all day long. I wake up I am so happy to wake up in the morning because my body doesn't hurt, my feet don't hurt. My feet used to hurt like crazy. Getting up in the morning, getting out of bed in the morning was awful, because my body ached and pains, and I used to live in terror of stairs. Really, like those were what terrified me most in the world was tying my shoes and having to walk upstairs. And yes, I am healthy. I am fully nourished. I am fully fed and watered. I am my body absolutely 100% gets what it needs, and I know that it does because I live a pain-free life, and I could not say that when I was in the food. Thank you.
I'm Erica, compulsive overeater. I'm often asked by friends, extended family, strangers in the grocery store, is that healthy? When they're asking what I eat and I tell them, and they notice there's a whole food group missing, they go, that can't be healthy. And I'm like, excuse me? I'm eating lots of vegetables, lots of protein, and a little bit of fat, and yeah, it's healthy. For me, the healthy is I'm eating this good, real food, not processed, not from, some it's been extrapolated and reconfigured and remushed and rethinged and, extra stuff shoved into it to make it taste better. And I'm eating that because, look, they added a little bit of fiber around the edges so they can call it healthy. To me, what I eat is the way you're supposed to eat. But what's even more than that is I'm 100 pounds less than I was when I was eating the other way. I weigh now what I haven't weighed since I was in my early 20s. And now, I'm eating real food. So yes, it's healthy. And then the other question that I always get after that was, well, now that you've lost all this weight, surely you can start adding some other stuff in, especially every once in a while, because look, you've done it, you succeeded, good job. Now give yourself a treat. The treat is that I get to be in this body because I do what I do, and I do not want to give this away. Not only do I not want to give away the weight loss, I also don't want to give away the peace of mind that I now have because I weigh and measure my food, I commit it to my sponsor, and I do not eat except that no matter what.
Hey, I'm Kathy, compulsive overeater, abstinent on the Grey Sheet. I agree with what the other speakers have said, and perhaps you have to have weighed 100 or more pounds extra to understand that. To ask a person who's lost 100 pounds or more or 50 pounds or more if this is healthy, oh yeah, this is healthy. It's always healthy to not have 100 extra pounds on your body, trust me. And also, it's just, are you kidding? It's like the most wonderful food. It's vegetables and protein and fruit and fat. And I mean, what could be more healthy? Just because someone somewhere said this particular carbs are in a food group doesn't mean that we need that. I mean, there's all kinds of political and financial things that go into what food groups are classified as what. What I noticed, I've seen people who were on food plans that were able to start eating starches after a certain period. And I just observed this, that when they started eating those starches, even in small amounts, it set up that unbearable craving. And pretty soon they were binging again. So it's like asking an alcoholic, okay, you've got a year now, you can have an alcoholic drink because you've had a year of sobriety. No, it sets up the unbearable craving. I don't want the unbearable craving. And so for me, not only is the food inherently healthy, but not having an unbearable craving is very healthy. And there's also this thing called the GreySheet glow, where when you go to a group of GreySheeters, I mean, we're glowing, and it's inexplicable. So you may not know, you may not recognize the food plan as being healthy, but once you meet some GreySheeters, you're like, I wish I had what they had. Thanks for letting me share.